Hello everyone! Happy Halloween! Today we're touring Sycamore and I'm so excited to show you how the island looks. I changed some things here and there between the last speed build and the final tour, and I even worked on a surprise area because I realized that I had this all empty space on the back, so I will show you that area towards the end of the tour. But before we get there, we have some lovely villagers on this island, each with their own backstory. So if you want to know each villager more in depth, be sure to watch the speed build videos that I have on the channel, because today I will share the story of Sycamore in general alongside the villager stories. The villagers that live in Sycamore are Lucky, Marshall, Nan, Poppy, Roscoe, Bella, Ruby, Kiki, Lolly, and Rosie. Sycamore is a small town, everyone knows each other, and recently there's been a lot of movement on this town because the most important holiday is around the corner. In Sycamore, Halloween is more important than most important holidays. It's the day that everyone works on the entire year, so this day can be just perfect. For a while, the town's residents were super intrigued by the activities surrounding the abandoned house on the other side of the little stream that runs from the lake Sycamore, because people from outside started doing rituals on that area, and sometimes even on the beach and any forested area really. But everyone was just too superstitious to touch it or ask about it, so no one did anything about it. Turns out it was all because Lucky was living on the abandoned house, afraid of the Sycamore residents' reaction to his looks. But after he asked Tom Nook to run the gas station, everyone welcomed him with open arms, because that's just how Sycamore residents are. And also because no one was running the gas station, and it would be great if he could do it. Maybe Halloween being the most important event in town also contributed to the outsiders' belief that it was a strong spiritual area, but it's nothing like that. Sycamore residents just felt like they could truly be themselves in Halloween, and the festivities also attract a lot of tourists, and Sycamore residents are super proud of their town, so of course they want to show it off the best way possible. Some outsiders will even stay after visiting Sycamore. The best examples are Nan and Poppy, both from the city. They learned what true love and community meant in Sycamore, and they just couldn't come back to the city life. Poppy literally found the love of her life here, Marshall, and they've been together pretty much since she moved in, and they are a super cute couple, and they're both super important people in this town. Marshall owns the post office and offers a service that didn't exist for a while in Sycamore because people just went to the airport to collect their letters and other mail. And Marshall pretty much revolutionized the mail services in this town. And Poppy owns a bakery. Literally everyone from Sycamore gets their bread from her bakery, and she's also popular for her delicious cakes and pastries. Poppy works directly with the resident representative and her farm, as well as with Liv, so she can use the freshest ingredients possible in her bakery, since they produce flour, apples, and pumpkins, the key ingredients for her most famous recipes. Nan, on the other hand, moved in when she was still very young, and she lived with her grandpa that owned a bookstore, the same bookstore that she owns nowadays. Nan became friends with Kiki when they were younger because they both love books, and when Poppy moved in Sycamore, they all formed this friend group, and they love to spend time baking and eating the stuff they bake while discussing books with a cup of tea or coffee. Kiki has two sisters, Rosie and Lolly, and they, alongside with Isabel and Ruby, are in charge of organizing this super important Halloween event. So, as you can imagine, lately they have been working non-stop, but they don't really mind because they all love what they do, and they know that as soon as Halloween is over, they can go back to slow days and fun meeting preparing for the next year's event. Ruby is the costume designer, so she's been super busy lately. And Lolly, being her best friend, has been helping her with some errands and food because she has to go to the main town every day. Both Lolly and Ruby live a little further away from the main town, but Lolly has to work with her sisters and Isabel, and so Poppy always has this little box ready with some baked goods for Ruby for Lolly to bring back to her friend. Besides getting food from the bakery, she also asked her sister Rosie to talk to her friends Roscoe and Bella to have some food on the side that she could bring to Ruby, and they don't mind at all. As long as whenever they want to watch a specific movie, they show it at the outdoor cinema run by Rosie and Ruby, and I mean, that's only fair, right? This kind of help between residents really shows how everyone worries about everyone's well-being and how close they all are to each other, and that's the beauty of a small town. That and the beautiful views, because you can see Lake Sycamore from most places in town, and who wouldn't want to live in this kind of peace, right? Even though this is a Halloween-themed island, I really wanted it to look and feel like a small town above all. That's why the backstories are not spooky or anything, I just wanted a wholesome Halloween island. It's like I've said before, I'm not the biggest fan of like fantasy, and I don't really watch a lot of horror movies or anything like that, so I felt like I couldn't really do an island inspired by movies or TV series, I don't know. And I'm also not the greatest person to do something super like based on fantasy and stuff like that, so I thought I could just do an island with not my style, I don't think I have a style, but like a more realistic island with some Halloween aspects, like having this Halloween event that justifies all the pumpkins everywhere and Halloween decorations and stuff like that. And I feel like this is a good balance for me. There's still some spookiness, but it's still a kind of a realistic island, if you know what I mean. Like I said in the beginning, I created this area next to the farm after I finished the scheduled speed builds. And honestly, I don't think there would be enough content to make a whole video, but I'm glad that I could fill this empty space that was left behind. I hope you have a fun and safe Halloween, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I personally don't really celebrate this holiday, but I wanted to make something new and hopefully entertaining for you. And even if you don't have any plans for tonight, I hope I can keep you company. If you enjoyed this video and would like to support my content, all I ask of you is leaving a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're getting so close to 1000 subscribers, and I can't even believe that we're so close to achieving this milestone. I thank you from the bottom of my heart all the nice words and support I've been receiving since I started this channel. If you didn't watch me build this island, I have a playlist with all the speed build videos so you can watch them all. Thank you so much for being here today, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!